Did you know there's one area of ministry in the U.S. that if the church really stepped in could potentially make the largest impact socially, politically, economically we have ever seen? 70% of our prison population are made up of this one group of people. Less than half of this group of people will ever graduate high school. 1/3 of this group will experience homelessness. They're twice as likely to become teen parents. 80% of them are experiencing mental health issues before they ever hit the age of 18. I'm Drew Davis, and this week I want to talk about the foster care crisis we have going on, not just in Arkansas, but in America. And if we want to see more people chasing their God-given dreams, we are going to have to get out there and love on our neighbors, especially those in foster care. James 1:27 says this: "Pure and genuine religion in the sight of God the Father means caring for orphans and widows in their distress." Children in the foster care system are orphans. And before they enter the foster care system, most of them are living in a single-parent house, or as I see it, they're living in a widow's home. While the nearly 400,000 children currently living in foster care may seem overwhelming when you look at that number, this crisis is one of the greatest opportunities the Big C Church has to impact the nation today. So here are kind of three of the biggest opportunities for you to love your neighbor and to live out James 1:27 in your daily life. Number one, poverty is often mistaken for neglect. What this means is that 60% or more of the children who are placed in foster care are there because their family is poor. The family, most often led by a single mother, cannot afford basic necessities. So think beds, a kitchen table, stable groceries, reliable transportation, or proper housing. As an organization, we see on a regular basis, loving mothers get to keep their kids in custody because we can provide them something as simple as a mattress. And when we can keep a family together, we can break this generational cycle. Would you rather invest $100 in a mattress today to avoid the statistic of incarceration at a cost of $30,000+ a year? To me, that's a no-brainer because 70% of our prison population in America, they've experienced the foster care system. Number two, less than half of the kids in foster care are going to graduate. A recent study said that by the time a young woman from foster care turns 25, her annual income is less than $15,000 per year, compared to the average non-foster care woman who's earning over $35,000 a year. For 1 in 3 of these kids, they're going to be moved at least twice a year, often meaning disruption in their education, causing gaps in learning, and a lack of continuity in their academic process. And at the end, the result is they're going to drop out. The truth is, fewer than 3% of kids raised in foster care will ever graduate with a bachelor's degree. Keeping families together can keep more kids in school, improve their odds of them graduating. And for kids in the system already, I think it's best said by Josh Shipp, every kid is one loving adult away from being a success story. So the opportunity to mentor kids in the system could be the biggest reason they survive. And not only just survive, that they thrive. And you can check out opportunities with Arkansas Dream Center, with Step Ministries, with a lot of the other ministries that are doing mentoring with the kids that are right there on the line. Number three, aging out of foster care oftentimes is a literal death sentence to kids. When kids in the foster care system turn 18, they age out of the system, basically meaning they're on their own. And for many of them, it's a death sentence. They don't know how to do this. They don't have a support mechanism. For the young ladies, 7 out of 10, they're going to become pregnant before their 21st birthday. And if the statistic isn't bad enough, over 50% of those babies are going to be placed in foster care system before they enter kindergarten. For the young men, 81% are going to become incarcerated. And for all kids aging out, 40% are going to be homeless within 18 months. And for those kids that age out of foster care, 97% of them are immediately in a state of chronic poverty. In Arkansas, there are groups like Immerse Arkansas, and they focus their efforts on breaking these cycles. And they offer tremendous opportunities to people just like you to help break the cycle for this next generation. Growing up in foster care presents a unique set of challenges for teenagers that can significantly impact their lives, from emotional struggles to educational setbacks and hurdles. The disparities are just diverse and daunting. So now more than ever, we've got to walk out James 1:27 by caring for orphans and widows in their distress.